How a best-selling author was manipulated by a psychic for nearly 20 years and lost $17 million in one of the most shocking scams in history. Jude Deveraux was on top of the world. She was a best-selling author, loved by millions, but behind the scenes, her life was falling apart. She wanted a child but couldn't conceive, her marriage had failed, and she felt lost. That's when she met Rose Marks, a psychic who promised to help her. Rose didn't just claim to predict the future, she said she could change it, and Jude believed her. It started small. Rose told Jude that unseen forces were blocking her happiness, but she had a solution. All Jude had to do was hand over money, jewelry, and expensive gifts so they could be cleansed of bad energy. Everything would be returned once the negativity was gone. It sounded strange, but Jude was desperate. Then something incredible happened. She got pregnant. To her, it was proof that Rose's rituals worked. She trusted her completely. But Jude had no idea she had just stepped into a trap. Her son, Sam, was everything to her. Then, at just 8 years old, he died in a tragic horseback riding accident. Jude was shattered. She turned to Rose for comfort, believing she was the only one who could help. That's when Rose played her most evil trick yet. She told Jude that Sam's soul was trapped and that more rituals were needed to help him cross over. If she didn't do them, his spirit would be lost forever. Jude couldn't bear the thought. She handed over more money. One time, Rose told her to put $1 million in a suitcase for a ritual. Jude never saw that money again. She kept giving more and more, desperate to do whatever it took. Rose tightened her grip, warning her that if she tried to leave, something terrible would happen. The emotional control was so strong that Jude signed over power of attorney, giving Rose complete control over her money. For nearly 20 years, Jude was trapped in a nightmare. Every time she questioned Rose, she was met with more fear, warnings of sickness, misfortune, and her son's soul being lost forever. She was isolated, manipulated, and financially drained. Then, something changed. Jude started to wonder why she was still suffering if Rose's rituals worked. Where had all her money gone? The moment she began questioning everything, the illusions started to crumble. Gathering the courage she never thought she had, she did the one thing Rose never expected. She went to the FBI. Jude worked with investigators, revealing everything. She even testified in court. In 2013, Rose Marks was found guilty of 14 counts of fraud and sentenced to 10 years in prison. It became one of the biggest psychic scams in US history. It's easy to think, I'd never fall for something like that. But scammers like Rose Marks don't just steal money, they steal trust. They know exactly how to manipulate emotions. When people are grieving, scared, or desperate, logic doesn't always win. Jude Deveraux's story is a powerful warning. Even the smartest, most successful people can be tricked when they're at their lowest. If this could happen to her, could it happen to anyone?